And the one final note I will make is that if you think about the benefits of digital money, there are huge potential gains. It's not just about digital forms of physical currency. You can have programmability, units of central bank currency with expiry dates. You could have, as I argue in my book, a potentially better and some people might see it as a darker world where the government decides that units of central bank money can be used to purchase some things, but not other things that it deems less desirable, like say ammunition or drugs or pornography or something of the sort. And that is very powerful in terms of the use of a CBDC.
Please look at camera for entry.
And if you stand on the shoes and look into the spheroid until you get the green light, that'll open the door for you.
Oh, stand on the shoes?
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 33. Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, so Brother Haran coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, and I just wanted to go into this article that has been making the rounds. All right, I think earlier today I saw the Elder Apostle Tahar do a video. All right, quick short video. All right, going into this article. All right, about the World Economic Forum officially coming out and basically telling the world or announcing to the world that the end of all of this so-called transition, all right, will result in them having to be implanted by these so-called elites. Okay, you're going to be implanted with a microchip. Okay, and before I go into the article, I actually summarized it. All right, so we're going to read a little bit about the summary, and then we're going to go into the article itself. All right. So according to the World Economic Forum, if you want to participate fully in society using central bank digital currencies, they suggest having them implanted under your skin. Okay, so we're seeing that there's a transition going on, which I just mentioned, right? And they came out, when I say they, I'm talking about these people from the World Economic Forum, okay, the United Nations, okay, the World Health Organization, okay, and all these different, including NATO and the EU, okay, they've all came out and talked about this so-called transition, okay, and you have, the beast pretty much setting themselves up, all right, to take over the world, okay, and it looks like we're entering into that time where they're about to make that last major leap, okay, which is going to bring their destruction. All right. But understand that the prophecy that John the Revelator saw, that people are going to be microchipped, okay, by taking the mark of the beast, all right, is actually about to be fulfilled. Okay, because they saying CBDC is going to be active by the end of this month, July. Okay. And once that system is fully implemented, the system is fully set up, at that point, the prophecy of he causeth all, right, will be fulfilled. Because at that point, the whole system is set up. So now everyone is in that system. And then now, if you don't take whatever they tell you to take, which is what they're telling you, the mark of the beast, then you're not going to be able to participate in society, period. Okay, and today's society, everything is based on what? Buying and selling. Okay, so when John saw, when he said buying and selling, really what he saw was your ability to participate in society. Okay, because that goes through what with buying. You want to have a car, you got to buy it. You want to go to a store, you got to purchase. Buying gas, everything you do now, everything. We live in a transaction-based society. Okay. we're living in a transaction-based society. And now they're going to control the form of transaction. So now, in order for you to participate in any form of transaction, you have to do it through whatever their policies state. See? So it's all coming together beautifully, right? It says the World Economic Forum believes that CBDCs offer potential benefits such as reducing transaction costs and enhancing financial inclusion. However, the idea of implanting CBDCs under the skin is not something widely accepted or implemented currently, right? See? So now they have to create reasons. Problem, reaction, solution. Okay? They have to create reasons. So let's read a little bit about how they're going to create these reasons. The title of the article says, World Economic Forum says CBDCs must be implanted under your skin if you want to participate in society. Okay, let's go. World Economic Forum has declared that all citizens must be implanted with a CBDC microchip in the very near future in order to be able to fully participate in society and do basic things such as purchase food and water. See? So you notice the two things that are going to be the most essential things, they're making it scarce. They're destroying the food systems, and then they're destroying the water. You see? Chemicals that are poisoning the water and so on and so forth, right? And the food processing plants are being burnt down, and everything is being transported over into their hands to the point where Bill Gates is talking about feeding you, 3D printed meat, and that's gonna be a delicacy, because really what they want people to be doing is eating bugs. You see, so for you to even get that 3D printed meat, that's you're in Gordon Ramsay's kind of like restaurant type shit. You know, they're gonna be serving the 3D meat and so on and so forth. All right, the fancy restaurants, because they got to make it a stylish thing first, right? It has to be a stylish thing, and then ultimately it takes off. That's why they have people like Gordon Ramsay and so on and so forth, these so-called celebrities and people of so-called worldly influence. Okay. So it says, according to Professor Richard Werner, in the very near future, citizens will need to use the latest technology, this is in quotes, such as a CBDC chip implant in order to access their bank accounts. Very near future. Very near future means it could mean anything between the next 3 to 6 months or the next, 6 to 8 months. You see, that is very near future. If we're looking at things for what they are, reality. Okay. And 6 to 8 months from now puts us right around the ballpark of the so-called UN and the Hudat Treaty, one pact, one world government shit that they're trying to implement and shit, it puts us right around that time period. They're saying around May of next year is what they're saying, which I don't believe they're really going to do that. I think they're just pushing it out there for the people who are so-called woke. It's kind of like clickbait, but in reality, while you're looking at 2024, they're already implementing things right now. You see, so by the time you even get to that time of 2024, you're already, in a bind. You're not going to get out of that. You see, it's like it. So let's keep going. It says, we're going to jump a little bit because now they're about to describe this guy and who he is and all his credentials. We're not really interested in that. Okay, here. All right. So basically, I'm going to summarize a few of these paragraphs here. It's going into how all this inflation, that's happening is all being done by these central banks. Okay. They're causing inflation as a cover-up, all right, to bring in or to usher in this new form of a transaction system, okay? Because now there's a problem that needs to be resolved, and this is the solution, the CBDC. You see, and in order for you to actually effectively use anything in the world of the CBDC, right, you have to have the CBDC, you know what, underneath your skin. Okay, and let's not even go over there, because guess what? We already have the technology to support these things anyway, right? So the future is here. The future is now. You see. Right, Elon Musk is not busy in the lab, doing tests on humans, doing human trials, I should say, all right, on brain chips for nothing. All right, all these companies are not investing billions of dollars into microchips for nothing, because they know that's the thing of the future, the very near future. Okay. And it's going to be the way of doing things. They have to do it that way. It says, and that no man might buy or sell. You cannot engage in any form of anything. You just can't do anything. You can't do anything. You're literally off the grid. You can't do anything. You know? It says, you have to think of CBDCs as a control system, not a currency. You hear that? It's a conditional currency based on you actually getting that permit. You see, it's on a permit system, basically, right? Now, that's again, and he causeth all. Let's get that. Let's go into that real quick. Because this is exactly what we're reading. We're literally living in those times where this is being fulfilled. Unbelievable, but believable. See? Revelation 13 verse 16 says, and he causeth all. We're seeing that time now. The word causeth is in the Greek word poeo. Okay, and the reason why we go into the Greek and the Hebrew and all these different languages, all right, predominantly Hebrew and the Greek, okay, Old and New Testament, is because a lot of words have something known as secondary meanings. Okay. Secondary meanings are the meanings of words that are new, predominantly post the 18th century. 18th century all the way till now. Words don't have the same meanings as they did pre-18th century. Okay, that is known as secondary meanings. All right, so you might take a word that today might mean something completely different. All right, but its original meaning, all right, is completely different. So when you're reading, going back into the Greek and the Hebrew, you have to go back to the primary meaning of the words, not the secondary meanings, the primary meanings. That's why you have to go into something known as etymology, root words. Okay, going into the root of the word. All right, that's how you get the primary meaning of words. Okay, so we went into the word causeth, okay, which is the Greek poeo, okay, which means to construct or to fashion. Basically, setting the world up on a stage in a way where once it's time for them to get the go ahead by the Lord, it'll be just okay. Hit that button and everything just sets up. It just lights up and okay, here we are. You see, that's the system being set up now, CBDC. So once it's fully implemented in the whole entire world as they want, okay, boom, enough to fulfill prophecy. Boom, that's it. Okay. So once we see this and we're seeing it, okay, we know we are at the end. All right. It said, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That word receive, okay, means what? To give over your sovereignty, basically. Okay, to allow something to be administered onto you. Okay, so the system in which we're being pushed into is going to basically push people to a corner where they'll have no choice but to give in to the demands of these elites, these wicked elites. Okay, because they don't have any faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, ultimately that's what it boils down to. All right, the Lord has already made provision for his elect. He said he's going to keep us from the hour of temptation. So we're going to be good. We're going to be fed. All right, the things that's going to lead people to take that MOTB, the Lord is going to provide those things for us. So we don't need to be, caught in the crossfires, man. You know? So we're going to be enjoying the perks, all right, of being, all right, faithful to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay? There will be perks that will come for us, man. Okay? It says to receive a mark, the charagma, all right, in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay? So the predominant thing you're going to have people who are going to have it in their brains, okay? In their foreheads and in their hands. They both going, you know what I'm saying? But through the Spirit, I do see it becoming more, the forehead thing will be more of a, companies, right? Companies and jobs and so on and so forth, right? They might come out and say, all employees are going to have to, at some point get the, what in their brains, because they've depicted that shit, how, pretty much everyone has that thing in their brain, and your supervisor can monitor your brain and know what you're thinking while you're sitting behind your computer, so that they can police, your thoughts, basically, like weirdo shit like that, vain thoughts that would never happen. What's this guy, Professor Klaus Schwab said? He said it's like fiction. It will never happen. It will never happen. That's it, right? It will not happen, right? So let's keep going. It says, and that no man, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name or the beat of the beast or the number of his name. Yo, this is crazy. Let's keep reading. This is crazy. So now you see why they're going to demonize the Bible. They have to do away with the Bible because, listen, you got to think about this. If everything they're doing was so righteous and so good and it's for the greater good of humanity, why do you feel the need to police the internet to stop us from saying anything about what you're doing? What do you have to hide? If this is such a good thing for humanity, wouldn't you want all of us to be talking about it? Right? We're all talking about it. I mean, you are bringing this device out, right? Wouldn't you want more publicity? I mean, we're giving you free advertisement, bro. We're talking about it. We're telling the world about it. Wouldn't you want us to, keep doing that? No, okay, all right. Yeah, that's what I thought. So let's keep going. Again, proving the point that we are the men of the Lord, man. Okay? Everything was said, all right, has come to pass according to prophecy. Okay? What's that? The book of Habakkuk tells you that. All right? The prophecy is set for an appointed time. Okay? But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Okay? It shall not tarry. Okay? So though it tarry, all right, we had to wait for it. That's what exercising patience. That's why Yahushua said what? Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Okay? So that patience is about to pay off. Okay? That patience is about to pay off, man. Big time. Okay? So let's continue. It says in the article, it says, or if you dare to, let's read this. It says, now, if you happen to have or to be some kind of critic of government policy or a critic of central banks, this could be difficult. Or if you dare to step out of the 15-minute zone, maybe you find that, my Cbdc is not working. Of course, these are things we've seen already in China. There's plenty of videos where somebody tries to use it to buy a ticket and it doesn't work because his social credit scores are low, right? So it says, and effectively, there's no real right to appeal. With very few people controlling the very many, the controllers will use computers and algorithms to run the system. Why do you think they're starting to push all the stupid robot shit out here? They got the DARPA doing robot armies and shit, and then you got the other companies creating. I forget the name of the company that's creating the them other robots. I think there's one that's Sophia. There's another one, I think Ameka or Amika or some shit like that. You know, they're creating all these dumbass, stupid robots. The Lord is going to crush all this shit. Okay, He's going to crush all of this shit, man. When the destruction comes, all of this is going to be destroyed. The steel, the damn fucking, the glass, the bricks, the pipes, the buildings, the poles, the bridges, okay, buildings, all right, mountains, cars, all right, the people, okay, smoke, everything's shattering, okay, complete destruction. Scriptures talk about the wrath. Okay, we're gonna get that in the book of Revelation. That's the end result of all of this. Everything you're seeing now, this is what happens at the end of it. It's very short-lived. We can guarantee you that. From here till the return of our Lord, that's not that far. This place is living on borrowed time. And whatever establishment that they're gonna set up is going to be very, very short-lived. Okay? They're not even going to completely set it up. It's in the midst of, you know, when they start giving that C hip out, you know, they start going buck wild. That's when the Lord's going to send Yahushua back down, because He got to deliver us, right? They're going buck wild, Lord. They're going buck wild. So let's continue. It says, let's see, where did we stop at? Right. So it says, if you appeal the blocking of CBDCs, you'll be dealing with automated responses, right? So again, people already conditioned for that. That's why when you make phone calls or you try to call a bank or whatever, you first deal with the robots. They talk about, oh, this call is going to be recorded for quality assurance and for training purposes. No. What training are we talking about? Training stupid AIs and shit. All right? That's a training. See? All right, so let's jump down to, let's see. So then he goes into how the central bank, like I said earlier, caused inflation, right? It was all done by design. It says here, they're using the crisis, right? All the stuff that you're seeing now. Oh, actually, let's go back a little bit, Salakia. All right, it says, quote, the true reason I think they wanted this inflation because that is to cover up essentially the disintegration of the petrodollar and move to the new system which they want to be the CBDC. At the moment, there's talks about CBDCs being used via phone-based apps. Yes, that is the initial phase. But what was already ready around 2015 is the ultimate goal. What they really, really want, apparently, I was told by a central banker, is CBDCs looks like a small grain of rice that they want to put under your skin. So a CBDC, which is central bank digital currency, buying and selling device that you can use to buy and sell, is now going to be implanted under your skin in order for you to actually partake in buying and selling. That is the fulfillment of the biblical prophecy. It says, which is my view, a violation of human dignity. And they realize there is a hurdle to get people to accept this, Professor Warner said. So they're using crisis, disruption, and unemployment to introduce universal basic income, the UBI. See, we've talked about this. Okay, to soften the public up to accepting a CBDC chip implanted under their skin. Okay, you will get 2,000 euros or dollars into your account every month. But of course, to run this efficiently, they'll say, we need to use the latest technology, so you need to go get that CBDC chip implant. Okay, and that's how they're going to get people. Okay, the smart mark. All right, but look, we're there. All right, we're living in those days. This was dated July 10th, today. Okay. And by the time this video probably goes up, it's probably going to be the time would have already shifted into the next hour. But we're here. Okay, on this day, July 10th, 2023 AD. Okay, 2023 AD. All right, the hopeful year where all the end time prophecies be fulfilled. Okay, and ultimately, this is how the Lord brings that judgment upon those that fall for this deception. Okay, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 14 and verse 9. It says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb." Okay, so that wrath, okay, is talking about what? The fierceness. Okay, the indignation, which is what? Righteous anger. Okay, the anger, the wrath, okay, of the Heavenly Father, man. That's why you're going to see, okay, you're going to see the anger of the Lord in a physical form. Those of us who, Lord willing, are able to escape, okay, the judgment, when we're going to be up there watching this place down, okay, we're going to be, in tears, okay, for two things, for joy, and at the same time, because of fear, okay? It's just going to be, wow, Lord, damn, like, hey, it's going to be literally no mercy, because why would he have mercy? There's no elect on the land that he got to stop and be like, okay, hold on. There's one of my elect over there. No, that's why he's beaming us up off this land so that he could completely decimate this place. Okay. So there's no chance for America. America is done, finished, through. Okay. Verse 11, "And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest, day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name." Okay, so we know this is the judgment that's coming for those. There's a judgment that's coming for those who end up falling for this deception, especially you niggas. Okay, you niggas who are in this truth, you know the truth, but you out here lying, talking about, oh, it's sin and it's this and it's that. Okay, well, guess what? We're about to find out. Okay, there's the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat." Okay, so that's exactly the same exact thing that is spoken of in the book of Revelation, the 14th chapter, the 9th, 10th, 11th verses. Okay, the wrath and the indignation of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai results in America being destroyed completely. All right, with and melts with fervent heat, all the elements. Okay, everything, complete decimation, man. All right, so let's bring that back. 2 Peter 3 and 10, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night." Why? It will come unexpectedly for those people, the people of the world. Okay, point blank, period. Those people, the people of the world, it will come as a surprise, as a thief in the night. Point blank, period. Okay, but those who are paying attention, not so. We're going to be wide awake and alert and ready to go. Okay, it says, "In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up." And the works that are therein is done by who? By people. Okay, everything. When I said everything, the scriptures, when it says everything, it means everything. Okay, So there'll be no mercy. The Lord is not, he doesn't take kindly, all right, to America's ways of living. Okay? The Most High abhors this place. He hates this place, and he's going to show it. Okay? All that dumbass shit that Americans have been doing for all these years. So, that's all. I just want to bring that out real quick. All right, the times that we're in. Okay, we're living in some very serious and dangerous times. And for those who are not paying attention, hey man, your days are numbered. Okay, your days are numbered, because whatever these devils have planned, all right, Revelation 12:12 is about to become a reality. Okay, Jacob's trouble is about to become a reality. All right, and a lot of people are not going to be ready. 2 Ezra 16 is about to become the most brutal reality that mankind has ever faced. Okay? And it was only through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that we made it out. Okay? It's only through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that we make it out. All right? So I'm going to leave it off there. Lord willing, you were edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh, the water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And until next time, Shalom.
The chip, it's in the Bible. It's a mark of the beast.